Rolling here. So we're in 2008 trade deadline. Out of the Park 2024 has this cool feature that has like a trade deadline day. So I accidentally just started it. I was gonna just view it, but we're starting it, so that's fine. We're on the clock now. So here, as you can see, every 4 minutes, teams will evaluate trades. So basically, instead of it being like each day where you got to sim to the next day to see if they get back to you about offers, this will be the same day, and every 4 minutes they do it. So I'll go ahead and click OK. Before I do that, though, um, these are the guys. So these are the guys you can't scroll right now until I hit OK. But these are the top batters as far as salary goes. So I'm kind of eyeing that because I could take on that salary for this year. We've got quite a bit of money available, and these guys are pretty much all on 1 year deals. That's this column right here. So Lyle Overbay, he would be a 2 year guy, but I'm not going after him anyway. I got Helton. But all these other guys listed with a one next to their name. They're on 1 year deals, so this is their final year. They'd be rentals. So really, the help that I can use the most right now is in the middle infield, either second or short. I mean, Tulo is our shortstop. He's actually not having a great year. He had a great year last year, but I'm not considering like benching him, but he could go to second if I got a shortstop. So some of the guys I'm looking at Tejada. I don't think Utley. I think Tejada's better. Looking at the numbers, I mean Utley's obviously on a bigger salary. I'm looking at Tejada. He could play second. Tulo would stay at short. We got Ian Stewart right now at second, who's pretty solid, but he's having a bit of a below average year as well. And we could also take on an outfielder. So I'm looking at Vladdy here. I really like him as a rental. And maybe Milton Bradley, possibly like one of these guys, Rondell White, Damon Mondesi. Again, these guys are veterans, but that's fine. I just need them for 1 year. I could potentially try to re-sign them, but yeah, just trying to set the context here so I don't have to do a lot of talking once that 4 minutes starts and I can submit offers. So I do have some prospects. Those are right away. What I'm going to do is check out some of our top prospects and then offer those guys up in trades. I think right away I'll probably go for Tejada. I think middle infield can help us a little more than outfield, but let's browse at that again. So I'm going to click OK. We'll browse real quick at infield and outfield of our team, and then I'm going to browse at our top minor league players, and then we'll put in an offer. I think I should be able to get one or two offers maybe in before the 4 minutes is up. I think I'll probably just do one because there's like several in a row periods. So then it'll be like another 4 minutes, another 4 minutes. Obviously, if I get the trades done that I want to get done, then we won't just have the 4 minutes just to have them. We'll just skip past them. Let's click OK. Here's the trade deadline screen, but we're going to go right away to lineups. Here I got it sorted at OPS plus. Um, so here's Tulo and Stewart, both middle infielders. They're my lowest guys. They're still not horrible, but they're 9 and 3% below average park adjusted and league adjusted. Fowler, so I could go with an outfielder. He's a rookie. He had a slow start. He's been coming along a lot better. And then we got these two guys, James and Everett. So I think I'm gonna go for a middle infielder first. Stewart does have 103 strikeouts. That's got to lead the team. It does by far. Next guy is 81. And does he have less at bats than him? He does have less at bats than James. So yeah, here we go. Now let's check minor leagues. So here's our top guys. I don't want to get rid of Lopez. I like him. I don't know what it would take here to get Tejada. I'm assuming someone pretty good. Sullivan, I like. He's having a good year. Maybe Rogers. He's a number 87 ranked prospect. Doesn't want to work hard. I'm good giving him up. My scout's not super impressed with him, but he's not bad. Rodriguez, this guy's in rookie ball. So he's an innate leader. I'd like to keep him. So I think I'm going to offer up Rogers. I'm going to offer up Rogers for Tejada. trade block here. It looks like he is on the Cubs. Okay, so we're gonna go back. We're gonna go back to the trade deadline screen. Okay, so I scrolled right by him. Here's the Cubs. If they accept this offer, okay, so I might need to toss somebody else in there. Let's go to our minors. I still have a couple minutes here for this deadline. So we'll go to minors and like add another person. I hate to add Blackman. I really have a lot of pitchers, as you can see, or a lot of starting pitchers. So Blackman creeping in as an outfielder is good. Stanley's in AAA. I like him because he could come up soon. Ubaldo, maybe I'll add this Corey Riordan. I know he's not a top 100 guy, but he's still one of my decent guys. Maybe we add him and maybe Pena. Pena's got great control and movement. So let's just try Riordan first and see what they say. They'll come back, I'm sure, with a counter offer. But let's do that. So where is he? He's pretty close here. There he is. Let's see if my assistant GM changed it. He says it definitely asked for me. I won't be surprised if they ask for more. Okay, fair enough. Let's submit that. Now, assuming they're not going to take it, I'd like to look at. I'm not going to make the same mistake here. How do I get back to the page? Here it is, trade deadline. Okay. So assuming they don't take it, I'd like to look at other. I don't know if I can sort them. That's just the trade block. Can I? Here you go, player trade, and we'll go to trade block here. So now I can look at them this way. I can see all their positions. So assuming they're asking for too much, Ramirez really only can play third. Yeah, third we got Pujols, right? They haven't been playing him in left. Yeah, I suppose they could move Pujols to the outfield, James to right, Fowler to the bench. I mean, Pujols can play a better left field than third, so we could do that and go Ramirez at third. I'm open to that. Or again, we could go with like Vladdy. I mean, he's ridiculous contact according to my scout. He's a future Hall of Famer in this game. Here's his batting stats. You can see his OPS every year, ridiculous. Couple years over 1,000. I mean, he's just been consistent and very good. Almost a 50 career WAR already, 33. So we could go after him. He is on less money. Not that that's that big of a deal because I'm really just looking at these guys as rentals. Here we go. We got a couple seconds left, so let's see what happens. And then I'm kind of between these two guys, Aramis and Vladdy, unless they aren't asking for anything too ridiculous. Okay, so it says you have received a reply to your proposal. Do I just go into my messages maybe to look at it? Here we go. Oh, he said no way. Okay, he said nothing doing. Let's keep trying to see what happens. Okay, so does that mean I can discuss trade again, I suppose? He didn't really come back with much. So maybe we can try to get these guys for Vladdy or Ramirez. So who is it again? It's Rogers and Riordan. Okay, so let's go back here. We'll have to find those guys, and I think I could probably just submit it via the trading block here. So Ramirez, my scout's got a high rating on him, pretty solid, popular, can play an okay third. He's just average. Vladdy, high contact guy. I like that for Coors Field. Average also in the outfield. I think I like Vladdy more. That contact's just ridiculous. It's a very high scout on him. Doesn't strike out. Let's try for Vladdy. Let's trade for player, and we're gonna go Rogers. Oh, it looks like he might veto any trade. It says invalid. Okay, well that takes care of that. We'll move on to Aramis. I'm assuming since he's not as old, maybe he doesn't have that, and it looks like he doesn't. So Rogers, let's see. Yeah, he says, all right. Well, I don't know if they're gonna do this. What was the other guy? Riordan. Here he is. I wouldn't even hesitate to make a trade. I doubt they even consider the offer. Okay, well, I'm going to submit it. Looks like these guys are going to need more. Um, I do have two good catchers. I like that though. I mean, Ionetta's solid. We have McHenry coming up, and he's actually doing better this year. I hate giving up Ionetta for a rental, but that is a thought, I suppose. Yeah, now, we maybe could give up Stewart, or, I doubt they'll take like Nix or Miller, but I don't know. Let's just toss those guys in there and see what they say. Let's get back to, let's see, back to the trade. How do I do that again here? It's MLB. I don't want to continue trading day. Maybe league home. How do I get back there? I'm too new to this feature. Trade deadline day. Maybe we'll go to transactions, back to like player trade. Here we go. Okay, so there's the trade deadline thing. So let's try. Let's go back to. I got 45 seconds. Let's go back to this offer. Let's discuss again. Let's toss in Nix and Miller. I don't know. I mean, I know that's a lot of guys. Or maybe we just try one, the better guy. Nix. What's he say? Said he thinks we need to sweeten the pot. Well, all right. I'll submit it anyway. Let's see what they have to say. So I've got two offers submitted, neither that seem very appealing, apparently. I guess we'll wait to see what the next period is. So we got 8. We got plenty of time. This is number 3. So we'll be halfway, but again, I skipped a couple on accident earlier. So here we go, a couple seconds left. Let's see what they say. You've received the trade proposal. I'm guessing that's a response. So it looks like we got a proposal as well from the Nationals. They say they would send me Brandon Phillips. He is a middle infielder, very fast. The average around here. What are his stats? Yeah, I'm not gonna take him, especially not giving up Dunn. Astros are proposing, so they would send Carlos Guillen. Maybe they get the sense I'm looking for a second baseman. I'm sure that's probably it. They would take Dunn, but yeah, Guillen's kind of similar. I'm not going to go for him. What do these guys say? He says, this negotiation is going nowhere. Let's get serious, shall we? Okay. So they're maybe even offended. I don't know if that hurts my reputation. What do the Royals say? Okay, otherwise don't bother. Okay. Yeah, well, I'm probably going to have to give up somebody a lot better. This was Riordan and Rogers. I mean, they're not going to take Nix. I don't know, like, unless I give up a better prospect, or it's just going to have to be a better player. So maybe I toss Stewart in there for one of these guys, for like Ramirez. It's either him or Vladdy or Tejada, I suppose. What's Tejada? 299, 346, 516. Ramirez 314, 367, 551. Definitely superior stats wise. All right, well, let's discuss this one again. And maybe we remove Riordan. So we'll have Rogers, one of our better starting pitching prospects, top 100 guy, and we're going to toss in Ian Stewart. Man, I like him though. He's pretty solid. He's pretty solid. Oh man, look at his defense. I don't know. I'm having second thoughts on this. Maybe who else here? I was gonna say maybe an outfielder, and we go after Vladdy. I think Stewart's just having a little bit of a down year, but I almost like him better than Tejada. Fowler, maybe. I'm good trading him. But again, so that would have to be for like Vladdy. So I thought I submitted one for Vladdy, didn't I? And they didn't come back about that one, did they? So I don't know. Maybe we'll try it again. Let's go back to it. So we'll go to here. Let's go to trade. Let's find trade block. Trade block. There it is. Let's go Vladdy. Let's go trade for him. And we're gonna go with Fowler. 22-year-old. You know, he was a top 100 guy at one point. And we'll go to prospect list and we'll toss Rogers in there. Let's see what they have to say. Oh, that's right. That's why I didn't do Vladdy. Okay. What are we gonna have time here? I don't think so. Totally spaced that. That was dumb on my part. What other outfielders? We got Trot Nixon. I'm not really sold on him. Johnny Gomes is 27. Not a high average guy. There's Griffey. He's 38. That could be a guy. I mean, he's outstanding defensively. You know, he's just a rental. I hate giving up Fowler for a rental. Maybe they would do Griffey. Can I get this one in? I got 5 seconds. I don't think so. Can we go? I'd like to go with Rogers. That's too late here, but I'll do this one. Let's see what happens. Okay. So nobody accepted anything, I don't think. I'm gonna go back here. We got Griffey lined up. We're gonna go Rogers. Where is he? Rogers and Riordan. Let's see what they have to say. On the fence. Okay, so our GM doesn't even necessarily like this, but I'm good giving up Rogers for Griffey. I mean, he's still having a good year, isn't he? 110 OPS plus, 138 last year. I mean, he's a guy that can help us. I guess he's full of himself. I don't like that. Fortunately, I mean, my team chemistry is pretty solid. We could take the hit. Um, let's try that. How much money is he on? It's on 10 mil, but again, it's probably just 5 mil for the rest of this year. Let's see what they have to say about this. Let's submit that offer, and then let's check our messages. Um, yeah, we didn't even resubmit anything. So still on the fence about Ian Stewart. I don't think I want to give him up to get Ramirez, who I don't even know if he'll resign. And I kind of like Stewart maybe better than I mean Ramirez is more proven. Um, but you know if they're not going to take these guys, I mean unless I give up Iannetta and then move McHenry into my catching spot. I was hoping to just keep rolling with these two good catchers the whole year, and then maybe make an off-season trade or something because it's pretty valuable to have two solid catchers to win a postseason. You know they've been using McHenry a lot as a pinch hitter. He's a great pinch hitter. So yeah, again, I guess Fowler is open. I could trade Fowler, but that would have to be for an outfielder. So let's browse. Let's browse some more of these outfielders since we can't get Vladdy. Obviously, Griffey is there. Let's see who else we have. We're just going to do this sort by outfielders. All outfielders. We're on 5 of 8, so we got some time here. So Gomes, yeah, I'm not sold. Nixon. Melton Bradley, maybe. Slugging 507. 350 on base. Not a super high average, but very fast. Ooh, I like his defense. Doesn't always give 100%. Well, at least he's not full of himself, I guess. If we don't get Griffey, I think we might try Bradley. Damon, my scout's not real sold on him, but statistically he's having a good year. Yeah, 104 OPS plus, 4% above average. It's not great. Raul Mondesi slugging 480. Here's Ichiro. He hasn't been like outstanding in this game. Joey Gathright, not sold on his ratings. Reggie Sanders, nah. Mark Kotze, nah. I think this is probably about it for outfielders. I mean, all these guys now are on low money, so I'm kind of assuming they're just not great. Matt Evans slugging 500 on base of 353. That's an average rating according to my scout, so he's I guess a possibility, but I don't think that that he'd be that much better than Fowler. Same with Lou Ford. Fukudome, 31-year-old rookie. He's super smart, good defensively. He's an option, I guess. Yeah, he's on the minimum since he's a rookie, but he's 31 and having a pretty good year here. 112 OPS plus, 800 OPS. All right, let's see what they say about Griffey. Well, it doesn't say that we got anybody. So I think it would say you got Griffey. Okay, they say almost here. Okay, so they came back with something, so that's good. They say add any of these guys. Okay, so let's hover over them. Trevor Allen is a right fielder in rookie ball. He's only had 3 at bats, so I'm guessing he's a bench guy. Horses around. I'm happy giving him up. Let's just glance at these other guys. A catcher I'd like to keep. Left fielder looks like in a similar boat. Really fast, but ratings aren't as good as Allen. A couple more catchers, shorts. I think let's just do Allen. We're gonna do this. I think. Um, let's add Allen and discuss. He says seems more unfair. Submit it. We'll accept it. My GM is on the fence about it. I mean Griffey's gonna help us. I mean, gosh, even if it's as like a, I wouldn't expect him to be a pinch hitter on this kind of salary, and we're eating about 5 mil of it. But he can play defense. Um, it'll be a little bit of a hit on our team chemistry, but look at our team chemistry, ecstatic. So I don't. Hopefully he doesn't bring it way down. I think he's worth getting. Fowler, can be a bench guy. Um, I am gonna have to waive and DFA Miller here, unless I have 2 bench outfielders, because Miller is on his last. He doesn't have any more options left. So I could keep 2 outfielders, I suppose. Um, Fowler on the bench, Miller on the bench, and then Nix and McHenry, for example. Send Tag down. I brought him up as a prospect recently here. He's at 2 at bats. So yeah, we could send him down. All right. I think all the T's are crossed and I's are dotted. uh, and I think we're gonna do it here. So was there anything else I was gonna check? I think this is good. So we're gonna stick with Stewart and Tulo. I mean, I'll glance at it again. We got a couple more periods left, but let's do this. So I'm sure the fans are going to be pumped. They are. The fans are ecstatic. I'm sure the players maybe are not, but they can put up with Griffey and his attitude. So to help us win a championship. So let's go back to player trades. Sorry if you can hear my dog whining. When I'm talking, he thinks maybe I'm talking to someone that he wants to see or whatever. Okay, so we still got 16 mil available. Player trade. Let's go to trading block. Let's go to infielders. All infielders. So, I guess we could glance at Utley. I think they're going to want a similar type deal. And some of these other guys, even if they're rentals, I mean, I guess Aramis, I just think the price is too steep for some of these guys based on what we have. We have Stewart and Tulo, and obviously I'd keep Tulo, but Stewart would go to the bench. And is it really that big of a jump going to one of these guys at the expense of giving up, someone better than what I've offered? And I've already given up a prospect. So I think we're good. This is where we're going to be at. Let's go ahead and make the changes here. So we're going to send down Tag down to AAA. This will be our final. We're just gonna sim out the rest of the deadline. I'll let it tick, I guess. Maybe I think of something or whatever. So I'll let it tick in the background. But yeah, we sent him down. We're gonna put Griffey, who's in DFA right now. He's gonna go onto 40-man, onto the active roster. Let's see how my manager would utilize him. Let's say update all lineups and depth charts. And they got him hitting eighth. He is playing left for his defense, I guess. Now, granted, we are stacked, so I understand him hitting eighth. I mean, he's got power, though, still, so I think he can add to the back end of our order. Let's see, did it bring our team chemistry down? No, so it didn't. And he's selfish. He's the only guy on the team that's selfish. Maybe being around other positive players can help get him not selfish. I'm sure he's pretty set in his ways if he's freaking 38 or whatever. But I'm glad we got him in the lineup. He's got 16 jacks. He's been hitting at a pitcher-friendly park, LA. Um, and so, yeah, we're keeping Fowler on the squad. Could be a good switch hitting pinch hitter off the bench. Miller, who also is very good defensively. Look at him. He could be a defensive sub. They are planning on doing that in center field, putting him in as a defensive sub. So that gives us a solid defense at the end of games. Griffey, Miller, Everett going to right. So I do think that trade helped us getting Griffey. I don't think I'm willing to give anyone else up that for some of these middle infielders that these teams want. Stewart, I mean, I know he's at a 97 OPS plus this year, but great defense, great ratings. Last year had a 899 OPS. Did lead the league in strikeouts, and he's high on my team in strikeouts, but he's still got an 899 OPS, and he hit 300. So, I think he'll figure it out. He's only 23. Um, once our once our 40-man roster comes up, I mean, and maybe we even send Nix down right now and bring Weeks up. He's got 2 option years left. He hasn't been optioned this year, but Weeks has been killing it in AAA. As you can see here, they don't even start him. He's 32. But now his ratings are probably a little better than Nix. But yeah, he's been killing it. He did come up to the majors for 5 at bats. We had an injury and he came up, but he might be a better guy than Nix to have. He seems to lack motivation. I guess I don't particularly like that. What's Nix's personality? Mild mannered on and off the field. Yeah, I think this is a move that I'm willing to make. Let's go Nix down. He's still happy. He's 25. And we're going to bring Paul Weeks up. Maybe he lacks motivation because he's down there. Okay, so my 40 man is full. So I'm going to have to waive and DFA somebody. So let's go to the 40 man. Check out who we got. So a lot of guys in AAA that don't have a problem doing it to. Grube's been all right. I think someone might pick him up. Maybe Jose Contreras. I think I just picked him up because he was popular like last year, was it? 2008, I guess. We traded. Yeah, we traded for him last year. So I'm good. I'm good waiving and DFAing him. If someone picks him up, they pick him up. I just thought, hey, he's popular. We'll put him in the minors, see what happens. Maybe he comes up for the expanded roster day or whatever. All right, this is our last. We're going to be done with trades. Let's continue trade deadline day. We'll see if there's been, see if some of these other big names moved around. It says we received a trade proposal. Okay, well, let's see what it is. This is our final block. The Mets. Everyone's trying to get done. He's a stud reliever for me right now. They want to send this Jonathan Keller. Our GM doesn't think it's a good, our assistant doesn't think it's a good idea. I like this guy, but he's a bullpen guy. So we're giving up a really good bullpen guy for quite less than that. So yeah, no thanks. Wow, and Dunn actually is projected as a starter. He doesn't have good stamina, but man, yeah, they could start him someday too. I didn't realize that. Anyway, I like Dunn. We're gonna keep him. Reject this trade. Let's check. We'll check some other trades in a minute. I'd like to go back to where we were at. So Contreras, we're going to waive and DFA to make room on the 40-man. And then we're going to bring up Weeks from AAA. So here he is. My scout says Sosa would be a better guy to bring up. We just traded for him. He's a third baseman. He's not great at second. Can't play short. I mean, I need a guy that can play middle infield. I guess that is the thing with Weeks. He's only really good at second. So we don't really have much of a backup shortstop. Whereas Nix, that's probably why I kept Nix up there. Because I don't think, like, can Stewart play short? I mean, he probably could really well, but he hasn't. So yeah, I think Stewart could do the job. I think the trade-off, since it's a bench guy anyway, of having Weeks up there, like he's a better hitter. He's just better overall. He maybe not defensively, but we're not going to like put him in as a defensive sub. If he gets a start, he can go to second, and Stewart can go to short. Got traded for Abreu at 42 years old. Now getting traded to Texas. He was doing really well with the Cardinals. 35 innings pitched, 3.09 ERA. Wow. So they actually, that was not a trade. That was a free agent signing. So those are the deals that we've had. So looks like those middle infielders, except for Abreu, but those top guys did not move. Now we're still on the final day. So let's see if something happens. It might be in some different kind of order rather than chronological. So let's scroll and see. No, nobody else. So those guys did not go anywhere. I think those teams were just asking too high of a price. In my opinion, I wasn't willing to do that. Jackson, is he having a good year? Jay Jackson, he's only 20. So he's a prospect. He's in rookie ball. And they traded J.R. House. So San Francisco picking up House from Milwaukee, giving up a prospect. All right. Let's I'm excited to see how Griffey does with us. Here's guys on waivers. I like to just scroll it, kind of glance, see if we see any big names. Not really. Let's keep simming now. So we're going to go to the home screen. As you can see actually here, 12 games up on the Giants. So I really like where we're at. And the Giants are a game up on the Diamondbacks and the Dodgers in the wild card. So the NL West is pretty strong. Yeah, we are looking good. Here's our top players: Pujols and Helton, first at their position. Iannetta fifth, Tulo fifth. I mean, we're just looking good now. Griffey now added 13th best left fielder in the game. And our starting pitching has been solid enough. It's 10th starters ERA. And look at our bullpen ERA, first. Can you believe that? That has got to be something that has never happened in real life or in this game. First in bullpen ERA. Unreal. I mean, yeah, we got Weaver and Gower sub-3 ERAs. We got Jones and Dunn ERAs in the threes. Hughes, our closer, 3 ERA. I mean, that's unheard of at Coors Field. And look at, because of our ERA plus, which is adjusted ballpark factor, like 100 is average. Weaver's at 208. So he's 108% above average. Gower, Jones, these guys are in the mid to high 100s, all these guys. And then we're getting into our starters who have the top guys have ERAs well into the 100s. Just two guys under 100, one starter, one reliever. And Marr, we just kind of use as an emergency starting pitcher, long relief guy. He does have a lot of innings, but that's because he was a starter earlier in the year. So yeah, I like where we're at. Let's go win the whole dang thing. We just swept Pittsburgh in, was it a 4-game? No, 3-game. And now we got a 4-game series at Florida. So here we go. Let's start rolling. Not going to be a lot of news to check as far as transactions go. Oh, you know what? Maybe after the finish today, maybe we'll have, I'm going to go check the transactions again as far as trades go. Here's a player development update. Hughes getting better. Like to see that. Gower got better. Tulo worse at I, but his defense went up at short. He's now a 70. Nice. And then a lot of prospects. Now, okay, so this is all today. Do we have any news on trades? Just batter of the month. Kansas City, Jeff Bianchi. Pedro Santana still around, doing well with the Phillies, 33. Um, Brad Knox, AL top pitcher. NL top pitcher Josh Johnson on the Mets. Rookie pitcher of the month, Jason Miller of the Angels. Dexter Fowler, rookie of the month outfielder. He, like I said, he has been doing way better. Hit 337. So, that's great for him. I'm still trying to win a championship though, so he's gonna have to understand, hey, you've been doing great. Congratulations on rookie of the month. You're gonna stay with this organization for the future. You're gonna be pushing for, if not starting, nothing's guaranteed. You're gonna be pushing for a starting spot next year. But for this season, we're going with Griffey. Now, if he's not pulling his weight, we're gonna go to Fowler. Fowler will be used still. I hope. I hope that's what our manager's gonna do. Anyway, let's see what else we got here. Just some honors, awards. Yeah, okay. So no other trades. These are all the same as what they were at. Let's glance at the box score. 6-4 win, despite getting out hit 10-9. But they got Luis Galarraga, Miguel Cabrera, of course. They got another Galarraga catcher, Joel Galarraga. But the Marlins, they're 56-54, a little bit above 500. Probably going to be tough for them to make the playoffs. I'm sure they're semi in the wild card hunt. Crockett getting his 12th win on the year. I think he's leading the team in wins, leading our team in wins. And Ionetta 3 for game. Fowler with a 2 for game. So what did they do? They started Fowler in center. Everett started in right, so they gave James the day off. So, they can rotate their outfielders. Griffey got his first hit as a Rocky. That's cool. Here we go. Day 2 against the Marlins. And we win big, 10-2. We're leading the majors in wins right now with 75. I mean, 75-36 is pretty ridiculous. Looks like they're going with Fowler again. And they gave Griffey the day off. So I like that. They're maybe rotating guys. Maybe he was a lefty. Maybe a lefty pitch. So Fowler went in as the switch hitter. Says an L next to his name. That's because it's a loss. He is a righty. Yorman Bizardo. So in real life, he sniffed the bigs. I was like going to say, I haven't heard of this guy. He did sniff the bigs throughout the mid to later 2000s. And Cook got the win. Man, he's been pitching solid for us. Gave up 2 runs, only 1 walk, 8 hits. That's kind of a lot, but I believe he's a ground baller. Oh no, he's normal. In real life, he was a hard ground baller. All right, now we got game 3 against Florida. Let's see if we can win the 4-game series right here. They beat us 5-1. Looks like we were ahead and they came back. They got 4 in the bottom of the 6th, 1 in the bottom of the 7th, and we could not answer. Who'd our manager go with? James, Griffey, and Fowler. They gave Everett the day off, so they just looks like they're just rotating those guys. I like that. What's Griffey hitting? 286. He was 1 for 3 today. Miller got the loss despite a good start. Dunn, after I was talking him up, came in, gave up 2 runs in a third of an inning. So that will raise your ERA to 4.30. Yeah, he came in and blew that save. I still like him. I'm good with him. Let's check any new news. Not really. Nope. Let's keep simming here. Game 4 of 4 against Florida. We're already in August 3rd. And we win this series. So we avoid the split. Marlins are 57-56. We win 7-5. Everett started in center, moved to right, so they did that defensive. Well, they went Miller into center. I like that. They did that defensive sub stuff. Started Griffey. He was 2 for 4. He's hitting cleanup, or he was today because Helton was out. They gave him the day off. McHenry came into first. So I like what our manager is doing to keep these guys fresh. Helton came in for a pinch hit. He's having actually like his worst year since being a Rocky by Helton standards. As you can see, ridiculous batting average every year. Hit over 400 back in '98. If you want to go check out that video, that's in my playlist. Um, and then all these other years ridiculous. He's only 306 this year. Still OPS in 932. He had 5 years in a row where he not only OPS'd well over 1,000, he was 1.1 these 3 years, but he also led the league in OPS. So it's a travesty that he only has one MVP. That was back in '98 when he hit 414. I guess that's what you have to do to win an MVP at Coors Field. But despite all these categories, leading in hits, leading in doubles, leading in average, all these years in a row, leading in on base percentage, led in slugging one of the years, and led in OPS. They didn't give him an MVP. Got it back in '98. Crazy. Anyway, I love the guy. We got him for a couple more years. I don't know if his ratings are the way they are now. Right here, we'll try to maybe re-sign him. He doesn't always give 100% apparently though, so I don't like that. And what do we have him for next? Do we have him this year? And then next year's his last year. He'll be 35. So I worked that deal out a long time ago. We wanted to secure him. So anyway, good for us with that win. Let's move on. We're going to do the Washington series now. August 5th. 4-2 win. I'm either going to start simming this faster or just wait and do another video later. I think that's probably what I'll do is we'll do a playoff video later. We're obviously going to make the playoffs. I mean, we're way, what are we now? 12 and a half above the Giants. And, they're the top of the wild card. So we're going to make the playoffs. I'll probably hop in and do a playoff video. So that'll be the next video. That'll be like number, I think, 3 of 2008. And then that way, this one won't be drawn out. The trade deadline was the big thing that I wanted to go live with. And then you can kind of see, again, where our team is at, who we got that we're pitching super well. That's exciting. And let's try to go for our second World Series in 3 years and our 5th playoff appearance since 1993. Let's do a little history rundown for you. So here we are. I started as the real Colorado Rockies in '93, meaning this was our team. Bichette, Andy Ashby, Vinny Castilla, Andres Galarraga, dealt guys, made trades. We were rebuilding. We were terrible. 78 and 84 is not terrible. We're 28 games back though, but that was before there was a wild card. So that looks like it's terrible, but 78 and 84 was pretty good. We were actually worse in '94. That was the only time we lost 100 games was in '94. And in real life, I think the Rockies, I should know this, but I think they might not have ever lost 100 games. Because I thought this year in 2023, people are saying, hey, this might be the year that we lose 100 games. I don't think they have. But in this game, we're still rebuilding. '94, we lost 100. '95, I was thinking we'd be better, but we weren't very good. '96, we were creeping along. We had a decent year, similar to '93. Same with '97, I thought we'd be better. And then '98, that was our year. Helton hit 414. We made the playoffs for the first time in history. 2003, made the playoffs again. I think we made the second round. I think we made the CS. And again, then in 2006, that was our big year. Won the World Series. I'll show you that team. And then last year also made the playoffs. Got swept, though, by the Dodgers, who were just red hot. So a lot of guys that are on the team now still, of course. This was only a couple years ago. We had Figgins. He was a big contributor. Let's sort by OPS. So Helton obviously was our stud. We did not have Pujols yet. He was an off-season signing a couple years ago. But James Helton Phillips, who I ended up trading, he was a big contributor in the outfield. Tulo, was it his rookie year? I think it was. I think it was his rookie year. Ian Stewart had a good year. Ionetta might have been his rookie year as well. Let's see. '05 might have technically been. I don't know if he would have qualified or not. 61 games, but then '06 was his main, starting year. And reset on me here. Let's go back to OPS. Let's check Tulo. I think it was his rookie year. Yeah. Well, no, '05 I guess he was a regular starter. '06 was his second year. And he had an outstanding rookie of the year. Didn't win rookie of the year, but had an outstanding rookie year. Led the league in doubles in 2006, more than Helton. So we were solid in '06. Pitching, yeah, that's right. Pitching, we had Musina as a starter. He's 37. He retired. Joe Weaver he's in our pen now, but he started 162 innings. We had Jeff Weaver as well, who was pretty solid. We had Glavin. He was 39 or 40 years old. Did okay, not great. He was a role guy. Is this sorted by ERA? I think it is. Yep. So yeah, who was our closer? I think Gower was our closer. What's that asterisk next to him mean? Throws left-handed. Okay. Yeah, I think Gower or Duvall. Well, I guess let's look at here's saves. Weaver got a lot of them. Gower got a lot of them. Yeah. So Weaver was a starter and then he moved to the pen. So anyway, all right, that's it for now. Thanks for watching. Next video will be playoffs, which we are sure to make. So stay tuned for